Hello, welcome back to the reading of the poem of the Man God, written by Maria Valtorta, Volume 3, Chapter 354, Part 2, Nicholas of Antioch, Second Announcement of the Passion. Jesus speaks, "Come then." And when he comes near, Jesus goes out with him into the kitchen garden behind the synagogue to listen to him. "I spoke in Antioch with a disciple of yours, whose name is Felix. I have longed to meet you. He told me that you are often in Capernaum, and that your mother lives in Nazareth, and that you go to Gethsemane or to Bethany. The Eternal Father has granted me to find you in the first place. I was here yesterday, and I was near you this morning, while you were weeping and praying near the fountain. I love you, Lord, because you are holy and meek. I believe in you. Your actions and your words had already conquered me, but your mercy of a little while ago on the culprits has finally convinced me. Lord, accept me in place of those who leave you. I will come to you with everything I have, my life, my wealth, everything." He has knelt down while saying the last words. Jesus gazes at him. Then he says, "Come, as from today you belong to the Master. Let us go to your companions." They go back into the synagogue, where the disciples and apostles are discussing animatedly with Jairus. "Here is a new disciple. The Father has comforted me. Love him as your brother. Let us go and share with him our bread and salt. Then during the night you will leave for Jerusalem with him, and we will go to Hippo by boat. And do not tell anybody which way I am going, so that I shall not be held up. In the meantime, the Sabbath is over, and those who want to shun Jesus have gathered on the beach, haggling over the price of boats to Tiberias. And they quarrel with Zebedee, who does not want to hire out his boat, which is ready near Peter's to depart during the night with Jesus and the 12. "I will go and help him," says Peter, who is annoyed. To avoid too big a clash, Jesus holds him back, saying, "We will all go, not just yourself." And they go, and they experience a bitter disappointment, seeing the fugitives go away without even a nod, avoiding all contact in order to go away from Jesus. And they hear some unpleasant epithets also, and acrid advice to the faithful disciples. Jesus turns round to go back home after the hostile crowd has left, and he says to the new disciple, "Have you heard them? That is what you are to expect if you come with me." "I know. That is why I am staying. I saw you one glorious day, when the crowds cheered you and hailed you king. I shrugged my shoulders, saying, 'Another poor daydreamer, another plague for Israel.' And I did not follow you, because you looked like a king, and I forgot all about you. I will now follow you, because I see the promised Messiah in your words and kindness. You are really more just than many others. But once again I warn you, he who hopes that I am an earthly king should go away. He who feels that he will be ashamed of me before the world, accusing me, should go away. He who will be scandalized, seeing me treated as an evildoer, should go away. I am telling you, so that you may do so before being compromised in the eyes of the world. Imitate those who are escaping in those boats, if you feel that you cannot share my lot in disgrace, to be able to share it later in glory. Because this is what is about to happen. The Son of Man is about to be accused and put into the hands of men, who will kill him as a criminal, and will believe that they defeated him. But they will have accomplished their crime in vain. because after 3 days I will rise from the dead in triumph. Blessed are those who will be able to stay with me till the end. They have now reached the house, and Jesus entrusts the newcomer to the disciples and goes upstairs where he was before. He goes into the upper room and sits down, meditating. Shortly afterwards, the Iscariot goes upstairs with Peter. Master, Judas has made me ponder on certain matters that I think are right. Tell me. You have accepted this Nicholas, a proselyte, whose past is unknown to us. You have already had so much trouble, and we are still experiencing it. And now, what do we know about him? Can we trust him? Judas quite rightly says that he may be a spy sent by our enemies. Of course, a traitor. Why does he not want to tell us where he comes from and who sent him? I have asked him, but he says only, I am Nicholas from Antioch, a proselyte. I am very suspicious. I would remind you that he came because he saw that I was betrayed. It may be a lie. It may be treachery. He who sees falsehood and treachery everywhere is a soul capable of such things, because he measures himself on his own model, replies Jesus seriously. Lord, you are offending me, shouts Judas indignantly. Leave me then, and go with those who abandoned me. Judas goes out slamming the door very rudely. But Lord, Judas is not entirely wrong. In any case, I would not like that man to mention John. It must be Felix, the man of Endor, who sent him to you. It is certainly so. But John of Endor is a wise man. And he resumed his old name. Do not worry, Simon. A man who becomes a disciple because he realizes that my human cause is lost can but be a righteous spirit. Quite different from him who just went out and who came to me because he was hoping to become the prince of a powerful king. And he cannot convince himself that I am king only for the spirit. Do you suspect him, Lord? I suspect no one. But I solemnly tell you that the apostle Judas of Simon, an Israelite and Judean, will never go as far as Nicholas, a disciple and proselyte. Lord, I would like to ask Nicholas after John. No, do not. John has not entrusted him with any task, because he is wise. Do not be the unwise one. No, Lord, I was only asking you. Let us go downstairs and hasten the supper. At dead of night we will leave. Simon, do you love me? Oh, Master, what are you asking? Simon, my heart is darker than the lake in a stormy night, and as agitated as it. O Master of mine, what shall I tell you? If I am more sullen and agitated than you are, I can only say, here is your Simon, and if my heart can comfort you, take it. It is the only thing I have, but it is sincere. For a moment, Jesus rests his head on Peter's wide, strong chest, and then stands up and goes downstairs with him. This has been a reading from the Poem of the Man God, written by Maria Valtorta, Volume 3, Chapter 354, Part 2, Nicholas of Antioch, Second Announcement of the Passion. Thank you for listening. I will see you tomorrow. May God bless you, and may peace be with you.